So, again, as Holly and I were talking about, some people still without water on the west side.
There are some, yes.
All right, so we're still trying to figure it out. And with that, we got the news, and brought to you by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. Here is Bill Shope.
Thanks, Steve, and good morning, everyone. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine yesterday called on Ohio lawmakers to come up with legislation that would stop the sale of hemp-derived Delta-8 THC products to children. Delta-8 produces a high similar to the effects of marijuana, but milder. The compound is extracted by modifying hemp, which is a legal crop here in Ohio. Products containing Delta-8 can mostly be found at vape stores or some convenience stores. DeWine said if he had his way, Delta-8 would be outright banned. But his main issue is there is no age limit to buy the products and that he believes they are being marketed in a way that is appealing to kids. Troopers from the Jackson Post of the Ohio State Highway Patrol are investigating a commercial vehicle fire that occurred on U.S. Route 35 near Milepost 1 yesterday evening. A 2023 Volvo semi driven by Joseph Neck, age 36 of Indiana, was traveling westbound on 35 when his trailer caught fire. Neck pulled to the shoulder and unhooked from his trailer, which was then fully engulfed in flames. U.S. Route 35 westbound was shut down for approximately 2 hours while multiple fire departments extinguished the blaze. Once the fire was out, one lane was able to be reopened. The cost to overdraw a bank account could drop to as little as $3 under a proposal announced by the White House. The latest move by the Biden administration to combat fees it says pose an unnecessary burden on American consumers that live paycheck to paycheck. Here's to our friend Tracy Townsend.
The change could potentially eliminate billions of dollars in fee revenue for the nation's biggest banks, which were gearing up for a battle even before yesterday's announcement. Under the proposal, banks would have to show how much it costs for them to run overdraft services or instead charge a benchmark fee that could be as little as $3. According to research conducted by Bankrate last August, the average overdraft fee was more than $26, with some banks charging as much as $39. I'm Tracy Townsend.
And the Princess of Wales has been hospitalized after undergoing planned abdominal surgery and will remain at the London clinic for up to 2 weeks. The former Kate Middleton is expected to return to public duties after Easter, according to the palace. The 42-year-old future queen was admitted to the hospital late Tuesday. For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shope.
We were talking about planes earlier on the show. That 2023 was the safest year ever in aviation history. We had no plane crashes, and all the planes did pretty much what they were supposed to do.
You didn't jinx it, did you?
Well, there are problems, with baggage and things like that.
Sure.
But how about a Spice Jet passenger who had the crappiest flying experience ever after being trapped in the lavatory for the entire flight?
Well, you're in trouble when you get on an airline called Spice Jet.
This person goes to the bathroom. Now, first of all, I'm not a big fan of airplane toilets because you go in there and you're standing in this little teeny closet and you just don't know what button to push.
Exactly.
And I always keep thinking of the one where George Costanza got trapped in there with the with the criminal for the entire flight. But anyway, this unnamed flyer reportedly went to the bathroom, the lavatory, shortly after takeoff. Now, the flight was an hour and 45 minutes long, okay? And he goes in to do what he has to do, and he can't open the door. So he's yelling and screaming. Well, the crew came, and they tried to attempt to get him out, and they couldn't, but to no avail. He was relegated to the great honey bucket in the sky for the entire flight. In an attempt to calm the passenger during his in-flight entrapment, crew members tried to slide a note under the door to let him know that they were on it. Of course, he could get no peanuts under the door because it was too tight. But anyway, they finally had to tell him, "Sir, we tried our best to open the door. However, we cannot. We are landing in a few minutes, so please close the commode lid and sit on it and secure yourself."
Get the most reliable.
No thanks.
As soon as the main door is open, an engineer will come and get you out. Well, it took 2 engineers to come and get this poor guy out. And, he had to receive some immediate medical support. an enema was not one of them.
I would say not. No.
All right. This update brought to you this morning by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, Dr. Inashita, Dr. Jaffrey with the Care Compassion. And again, your recovery begins. And we've got ONN next. For over 30 years, Dr. Inashita and his staff at Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates have been changing lives with the most comprehensive treatment and cure for cancer in the area. During this time in Portsmouth, Dr. Inashita has created a name of patient excellence in the highest degree and will continue that fight with each and every patient towards the cure. Dr. I, as he's known by his thousands of friends, is proud to announce the addition of Dr. Hassan Jaffrey to the staff of Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. Dr. Jaffrey's medical expertise is with all cancers as well as treatment of blood disorders, bone marrow, and the immune system. Together, Dr. Inashita and Dr. Jaffrey create a very special team that's there when it comes to fighting back to regain your good health. Feel free to stop in and welcome Dr. Jaffrey to the staff at 916 11th Street or call 353-4884. It's Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates of Portsmouth, always there with the care, the compassion, and the roadmap to your recovery. 7:38, and good morning. Welcome to today, the 18th of January, 22 downtown, and here's ONN.
This is ONN.
I'm Dave James on the Ohio News Network. In Akron, parents want answers after new details have emerged about plans to move STEM High School into another building a few miles away to reflect a shift in Akron's student population. Lisa Shaw is a parent in the district.
They're going to take them and move them to the edge of a district, combine them with a school that has had problems in the past. I think a lot of the parents have the same concerns as I for safety and keeping the program the way it is.
Akron School Superintendent Michael Robinson says safety will be addressed.
We're going to ensure that as much as we can, kids that are in one high school remain over there, and the kids that are in STEM high school would remain on their side.
Robinson says the STEM high school building is leased to the district by the University of Akron, but cannot afford to stay there after this school year. A man and a woman are dead after an apparent murder-suicide in Athens County Monday afternoon. The sheriff's office says 59-year-old Jack Smathers died of an apparent drug overdose, and his 54-year-old wife Amy was found dead with undetermined injuries, ruled a homicide. They say the couple was in the process of filing for divorce. A school district in Delaware County, north of Columbus, continues to grow rapidly. Voters will be asked to approve a levy in March that'll add a 5th high school to Olentangy schools, as well as a 7th middle school and 3 more elementary schools to go with the 16 it already has. I'm Dave James on the Ohio News Network.
It is time for sports. It is about 7:40, 20 minutes away from top of the hour, brought to you by Collier Companies again. 1661 State Route 522 in the Berg. And Collier Medical there with primary and occupational clinics headed up by P.J. Paul Atkins. All right, we got Chuck in here on the case here this morning. A lot of sports.
Yeah, the Wildcats played last night.
Oh,
UK
yeah.
continues to look really, really good. They're 13-3. Nice bounce-back win after that setback at Texas A&M this past weekend. UK returned home and got it done against Mississippi State last night.
Well, good for the Big Blue.
Yeah, they've got some players.
They do indeed. All right, well, we'll start there. And here's, again, Chuck Greenslade.
Well, Antonio Reeves is definitely one of those players. He led UK last night as the 8th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats topped Mississippi State 90-77 in Lexington. Reeves had 27 points. He was one of 4 Cats to reach double-figure scoring. UK is now 13-3. The Wildcats will be back at home this Saturday to host the Georgia Bulldogs. Elsewhere in top 25 play yesterday, number 1 UConn defeated 18th-ranked Creighton 62-48. Unranked LSU upset number 22 Ole Miss 89-80. Number 15 Oklahoma was a winner over West Virginia 77-63. 4th-ranked North Carolina knocked off Louisville 86-70. 5th-ranked Houston prevailed over number 25 Texas Tech 77-54. 13th-ranked Auburn was victorious over Vanderbilt 80-65, and number 12 Arizona was an 82-67 winner over USC. Yesterday in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers took down the Milwaukee Bucks 135-95. Donovan Mitchell had 31 points for the Cavs as Cleveland won its 6th straight. There was no Giannis for the Bucks yesterday. He was out with a bruised shoulder. Elsewhere in the association, Minnesota defeated Detroit 124-117. The Hawks downed the Magic 106-104. The Celtics prevailed over the Spurs 117-98. The Knicks knocked off the Rockets 109-94. The Raptors prevailed over the Heat 121-97. The Pelicans defeated the Hornets 132-112. The Lakers knocked off the Mavericks 127-110. And Portland defeated the Nets 105-103. Last night's game between the Warriors and Jazz was postponed due to the unexpected death of Golden State assistant coach Dejan Milojevic. He passed away at the age of 46 yesterday after experiencing a health issue while having dinner in a Salt Lake City restaurant. Yesterday in boys high school basketball, the Piketon Red Streaks got by Hillsboro 65-58. In girls hoops yesterday, Jackson was a winner over Washington Courthouse 56-42, and Notre Dame doubled up on Ironton 66-33. Tonight in girls high school basketball, the Hometown Broadcasting Company of Portsmouth will offer up a special presentation of girls hoops. You'll be able to hear the Portsmouth Lady Trojans host the Gallia Academy. That game will air live on Fox Portsmouth AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Coverage from Portsmouth High School will begin at 6:40, leading up to the 7 o'clock tip-off. In NFL news, Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones announced yesterday that Mike McCarthy will return this coming season to coach the Cowboys. He'll be back for year number 5, Will McCarthy. And if you need warm thoughts at this time of year, think a little baseball. The Reds Caravan will be stopping by the WNXT studios this coming Monday. The guests will include pitcher Ian Jabot, pitching prospect Chase Petty, prospect Jay Allen II, infield prospect Edwin Arroyo, former catcher Corky Miller, Vice President of Player Development Sean Pender, and Valley Sports television broadcasters John Sadak and Brian Giesenschlaw. You'll be able to hear conversations with those gentlemen right here on Mix 99.3 Monday live between 11:30 and 12:30. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 7:43. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Call Gary Duzan for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is a look at sports.
Well, we heard from our Cub reporter Mike Parlin out there, who sent me a little note this morning and said apparently Amazon, have you heard about this? Amazon apparently buying part of a minority stake into Bally Sports?
No, I haven't heard that.
Well, now, this is something you can work on because he says, and this is coming from Mike, that the only way we'll be able to watch the Reds this year will be on Amazon Prime.
What level's that one? Level 11, grade
Okay.
11 health?
But he said, quote, can you see if Chuck can verify this?
I
So
will
he's
do
putting
some
it all.
betting.
He's putting it all on you.
Pressure is on me. Well, I do have Valley Sports Ohio, so that's a good thing. I also have Amazon Prime,
Okay.
thanks to my wife's account. So, I mean, I'm good in this particular instance.
Of course, we can ask the television guys when they're here Monday.
Yeah, they should know.
But
They should know.
I'm just wondering. But Mike, he's on top of it, man. So I just thought I'd pass that along to you.
Gosh, what's your thoughts on everything going streaming?
It's all going there. It's all going there. You get used to it. I mean, this ain't going away. This is not going to go away.
Yeah, it's a fad that I don't know what is the point. What is the overall point of it?
Money, money, money. You have to ask.
Well,
Money.
I just can't help but think that the money they gain in the subscriptions that they sell, I would think that would have an adverse effect against the advertising that they would sell. But evidently the numbers are working out because, as you said, they wouldn't be doing it unless they were making bank.
Yeah, you might want to check on that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you, Chuck. And this update brought to you by Collier Medical and Companies as well. They also specialize in leasing, equipment rental as well. So stop in the magic corner of 1661 State Route 522 in the Berg.
Collier Companies at 1661 State Route 522 in Leadersburg consists of Collier Construction, specializing in federal and general contracting as well as rebar supply and installation. Collier Leasing, which offers equipment rental. Collier Safety Services, which offers on-site safety professionals, safety and health training, industrial hygiene services, safety manual development, mobile safety, and an industrial hygiene permit center. As well as Collier Medical, which has primary and occupational clinics headed up by P.J. Paul Atkins and Jamie Reynolds.
And it is your traffic, a service of your good friends at the side of River, 1024 Gallia Street. And again, they're going to be there when the doors open at 11 o'clock this morning. Legendary steaks, chicken ribs, and more. I want to thank Water Tracker Scotty this morning, who has sent me a note that apparently there is a water break at Washington Boulevard and Galena Pike in West Portsmouth. And it's closed from Calvert's Lane to Washington Boulevard. Also, he says there might be another break at Young Street and 52 East. He says lots of water and ice are piling up. It's very slick in that area, so that might explain why some people have water and some people don't on the west side. Now, there was a huge water break earlier where nobody had water, but apparently some people do. And that's the reason that the West School District is closed today. And also Green is closed. That has nothing to do with that. But Brought to you by Shawnee State, where some Kentucky counties qualify for in-state tuition. So thank you for that. We're keeping you breasted as to what's happening. And thanks to our friends also at the Scioto River. 1024 Gallia Street, open 7 days a week.
The weather is service of Monroe Frame Collision and now Wheel Alignment. Monroe's is your full-service body and maintenance company with 30 years of service in 4 locations: Portsmouth, Ashland, Jackson, and Chillicothe. Family-owned and car owner-friendly. Call 353-7279 for Monroe's Frame Collision and now Wheel Alignment.
Your first morning forecast from WSAZ. Skies clouding up. Initially, temperatures in the 30s, but then cooling tonight as light snow reaches the region. A coating 2 inches of snow by dawn on Friday, but more snow showers will continue throughout the day. Scattered snow showers may continue even into Saturday, bringing 1 to 3 inches of snow.
I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.
And downtown right now looks like an interesting sunrise. We got 22 as we get up and go.